So, welcome, Jen, to this call. And before anything, thanks a lot for giving your time. No one wants to do all these things in the last few days at ISB. I'm sure there are better things to do, but you still took our time. Last year, we couldn't do this with you when you got an admit because everything happened at the last moment. And uh, just to be very frank, there were so many people. So some people I could do the info session with after getting an admit, and others I had to let go of. So I'm glad we are sitting together right now. So Jayant, just for other people who these all are applicants of next year. So why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me here. And I'm like excited to talk with all of you and happy to share whatever I can from my experience. Yeah, so basically, I originally come from Bihar, as Anshul has already mentioned in the
Yes.
introduction. And yeah, coming to my professional experience, I've graduated, like I'm a electronics engineering graduate from non-IIT NIT colleges. And prior to joining ISB, I worked as a software developer at TCS for about 3.5 years of 3.5 years. And post ISB, I'm joining a B2B SaaS startup as a product manager. So that's about it.
So, Jayant, I wanted to know what actually happened during your ISP interview because that I did not talk much after you got an admit. Even I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
we did a
so
lot of training, but I don't know what happened during the interview. So I want to know now so that you can share with others also.
Yeah, so as far as I can remember, as of now, I think my entire interview revolved around what I have mentioned in short-term and long-term goal.
Okay.
So there was you like during our time there was thought as essay as well, which was optional, but I had I had written that optional essay as well. So uh, like as I said, it was mostly around why I want to pivot from a software developer to product management, and it was around it basically.
Okay. So just I want everyone to note because I have been noticing with some of the people who have already applied that they don't write essay 3 just because it is not mandatory. And
Yeah,
I have told this before also, essay 3 becomes the most important essay during the interview. You write it or you not write it, they will ask a lot of questions about it. It's better to write and give them a hook so that it becomes easier for you. So please
yeah.
ensure that you write essay 3. So this is a very common question again, Jan, for people who write product management as their post-MBA goal. What kind of questions are asked? Do they check their product knowledge? Because how will someone who has not done product management but wants to do in the future will have some product knowledge, will have some understanding of what product management is? So can you?
Yeah, definitely. So as you are aware, like I didn't have any prior experience in product management before joining ISB or applying for the ISB, right? So the questions are basically started with basic questions like why product management, what does a PM do, and questions like that, and then they went deeper into the product which I have worked on as a software developer.
Okay.
So basically, there are a lot of questions around the product which I have worked for my or built for my client. Basically, I was working on a mobile application development. So they asked a lot of questions from that project as well. So yeah.
Okay. Do you think those people had prior product management experience? Do they, were they from product management background, according to you?
Uh, like to be honest, I could not guess whether they were from PM experience or not, but like they dig deeper. They did go deeper while asking the questions around product management. Yeah, and whatever I had mentioned in my short-term and long-term goal essay.
Okay. So, Jen, now you have come to an end to your journey at ISP. So, Manraj has asked a very good question. What are the opportunities that ISP provides to someone with software development experience other than tech consulting or PM? So, what are other people with similar experience as yours are going to do after MBA?
Uh, First of all, I think it depends like how you are, strategizing your 1 year here at ISB, and definitely clarity of thoughts where you want to be would help you. But coming to the opportunity which ISB provides to a software engineer, definitely tech consulting and PM is, I think, is the top choice, because there are a lot of other software developers in my peer group or
Mhm.
in the current cohort. Most of them are like, for most of them it is natural and quite easier to pivot to PM or tech consulting rather than any other role such as sales, marketing, or be it roles like finance. So there are people. I mean, there are people who has got the opportunity in consulting as well. But I think, in my opinion, it is easier for software engineers to go into tech consulting and PM roles.
Okay. Other question is that Manraj has asked how to distinguish your profile as a software development engineer among other applications. So what do you think you did differently in your application to distinguish your profile?
Yeah, so coming to, I think, ISB application, it is about ISB application, right? So see, while you are, writing, or while you are in the process of writing your essay, uh, before jumping to writing the essay, I think this process is basically very self introspective. So first of all, you need to do a lot of reflection and introspection about your journey or the experiences which you have lived through, right? So first is, I think the first step should be the stories or the examples from your writing down or jotting down the stories or experiences from your journey. And it should not only be personalized, I mean, it should be as unique as possible, and it should be very personal to you. So this is one thing. Writing or basically jotting down all the stories, which potential stories which you might include in your essay, is the first step, and which I also followed actually during my process.
Yeah.
And once you have all the you know uh, story bank basically, then you can start drafting the essay. So at that step, I think uh, the admission committee is looking for two things basically three things. First, they want to know you, how what kind of person you are overall.
Mm.
This is first thing. And then the second thing is, they want to check, or they want to see what do you bring to ISB or the cohort.
Yeah.
And third is, how ISB will help you in your, whatever you are aspiring for. So these are
Right.
the three things. Basically, these are the three overarching, problems or prompts which you should be, trying to highlight through your essay. Yeah.
So just to kind of summarize what Jen said for everyone, it is very, very important to highlight your personal story. And when I say personal story, I mean the key milestones that you have had in your personal life, which have also which have also led to some changes or led to some significant milestones in your professional life also. You need to tell them what are your key strengths and weaknesses while narrating these anecdotes in essay one. And that's why if you read the question stem of essay one, they have written the word personal 2 times. In the question stem only in essay 1, they have written the word personal 2 times. And I have read so many essays of people from last year. They have just highlighted their professional work and professional achievements in essay 1. Only the most significant professional achievements should be highlighted. Rest, it is all about your personal journey. What all have been your key milestones, and what are your key turning points in your entire life? How was your childhood? What were some key aspects of your childhood which defined the person that you are today? That is what they are looking at specifically in essay 1. So that needs to be highlighted. Tech people have this tendency of making it all about tech in their application,
Yeah. So just to
which,
interrupt you here, like even I had the tendency to, mostly, recall all those instances or examples from my work life. But I think you at that time helped me, think or force me think from for the instances which are from my personal life. Yeah.
yes, because if you will not highlight those, then you will not be able to distinguish yourself from anyone else. What you have done as an HD, millions of people are doing it in India every day. We are the country of IT
Yes.
and software development professionals. So that is one point to be noted. Manraj has asked a very interesting question. One more question, that is an MBA even necessary to rise up in the tech hierarchy? Or is it just helpful for the initial transition to say PM? I don't have any opinion on this. So Jayant, what do you think?
So like it's my personal opinion, and it's like uh, it might be, it might vary for the people with different background, be it ACADS or their work ex. For me, while I was working, I was like, I was not, it, there was not much opportunity for growth there. And it was also very difficult to pivot to a completely different role, uh, which was PM, right? So I think for me personally, MBA definitely have helped me to pivot to this role. Otherwise, I think it would have been definitely a much more difficult journey to pivot to this role.
Okay. Now, how was the ecosystem for product in ISB? What all did you do? I want to know about that.
So, as I said, I was very clear about, what role I want to go for or prep for, right? I did not even think for once about any other role. Like the basically the crowd here, most of the people are aspiring for consulting, as you all must be aware. Uh, but I was very clear from the beginning. So that basically, has helped me make my strategy for prep from the very beginning when I joined ISB. And talking about the ecosystem, uh, there is very good bunch of people already in the cohort, at least in my cohort this year, who has already a prior experience in PM, either they're like APM or junior PMs. So they basically, making a group with them or interacting with them have definitely helped me, get to know about the nitty gritty of the PM role or PM job. So the peer group is one thing which, I would say have a lot of impact on your prep. You also make groups, study groups or your own groups to prep for the case studies or the case competitions. So peer group is the first thing, and then the second thing was like participating in the case competitions, basically product case competitions. That also give you initial uh, you know ha- basically that gives you a head start to your prep journey. And you get to learn as participate in the different like different product case comps, etc. So second was the case com, and then there is BTC Club, which is one of the best club here at ISB.
Yeah.
They also conduct a number of events or number of sessions with PMs or LMs who are already a PM at different uh, big techs, right? So the interactions with them also give you a lot of learning and insights about this role. So basically, I think your peer group, the case comp, and you know the sessions from the BTC helps you a lot in your prep journey.
Okay. Vishak is asking what exactly were your short-term and long-term goals?
So as I mentioned at the very beginning of this session, uh, like it was all about product management.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And what was your answer to what can you bring to the ISB cohort? Did they ask you this?
Uh, they did not ask me this question in particular, but I had mentioned, I think I I don't remember exactly in which essay, but I had mentioned about working for or establishing an SIZ for AI or blockchain kind of.
Essay 3 only. Essay 3, I have
Yeah,
insisted that you add one line on how will you
yeah,
contribute. So did they pick
yeah.
it up? And did they ask any questions around it?
Uh, as far as I remember, I don't think they asked any question about that part.
Okay. And your GMAT was 740, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And any diversity points you had presented in your application? Vishak, what do you mean by diversity points? There is no such place to write any diversity
I
points.
don't think I have any
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a male engineer,
This
software
is
developer.
all random rumors people are floating. Every one talks to me is like, I want to write something diverse. I said, what?
And even if I wanted to, like, I could not.
Yeah, I mean, where will you get something which you do not have? How will you?
Yeah.
Who is spreading these rumors that you need random diversity things at ISV? I don't understand. But
So be
okay,
authentic and be like draw, examples or instances from
correct.
your personal life or your professional life. That would help. Yeah.
Be as authentic and original as you can in your essay one.
Yes.
And essay two to changes every year, so I don't know what will they ask you this year. But essay one is all about having being writing about your personal journey. Okay,
Yes.
uh, guys, anyone has anything more to ask? Otherwise, I will start asking questions to Jayant again. Feel free to unmute and feel free to put in the chat also if you're too shy to ask. What has been your biggest takeaway, Jan? Before and after, if I do, how
Okay.
do you
So
think
you,
you have changed?
yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, it has been, a transformative year for me in many ways. And also it was very overwhelming
Hmm.
because of the, sheer academic pressure and
Yeah.
all other things which happen at ISB. So if I have to reflect on, post MBA, I think skill gap was definitely one thing pre MBA, which was one of the reason which I decided to go for, I'm 1 year MBA. So uh, definitely I got got to learn different, undergo different subjects and learn different things which I might never have studied or learned at my workplace, something like finance, marketing, all those things. So learning and the learning is definitely first thing, and also it has been rewarding for me because I wanted to pivot to PM, being a software engineer, and like I've been able to make it to that role. So these two things are of course
Sai
two
is
things which,
asking your
yeah.
UG GPA. How much was it?
It was 9.01. I mean around 9.
Danush is asking, could you please elaborate on your experience in participating in case competitions and meeting peers from other institutions? So I think you won a case competition immediately after you joined, if I remember.
Yeah.
So how was it?
So, so that was, a case comp organized at basically ISB level, intra ISB. It was
Hmm.
a case competition which was intra ISB, and then later on I won. I was semi-finalist in multiple case competitions like Flipkart and many others. So yeah, that was about it. And then what was the second part?
Meeting peers from other colleges. So you must have met people from other colleges, right?
Yeah. Uh, so yeah, as you all must be aware, the cohort is very diverse here, right? So there are people from IIT, NITs, DU, all very distinguished colleges, and me coming from a tier three college, like I definitely learned a lot from people from different colleges. So that was yeah, that was one thing about.
Archit has asked a good question. Considering the average work ex at 4.5 years, how many people in your batch had 2 to 2.5 years of work ex?
Mm, how many people in batch had two? I don't have the number exactly, but if I have to guess, it should be around, including PGP, YL, right? Sorry,
While
young
P.
leaders,
While P.
YLPs.
Hmm.
Uh, it should be somewhere between 200 to 250.
I think थोड़ा ज़्यादा बोल रहे हो तुम. In my opinion, it would be
I'm
between
not sure.
it should be around 150 to 200. Less than
Yeah,
200 for sure.
this,
Because
yeah.
I was one of the people in my batch was in this bracket, uh, who were in this bracket. And I think the number is between 150 to 200, not more than that.
The YLPs are, I think, nearly 100 to 120.
80 to 100.
Okay. So it must be below 200, I think.
Below 200 for sure.
Yeah.
Now, did you face any difficulty while shortlists because of your lower workings in getting shortlist?
Yeah, to be honest, definitely, yeah, I faced a lot of rejections just because, I come from a tier three college or a service-based company.
Hmm.
Because there are people, I mean, majority of the people are either from IITs and ITs or good product-based companies.
Yeah.
That was definitely a barrier for me. I mean, I got a lot of rejections from many companies for this role, for the PM role.
Okay, so I want everyone to know that this is a reality.
Yeah, this is a reality. Yeah,
ISB doesn't serve anything on a platter. The struggle continues even after going there. But of course, the
yeah.
struggle will be much, much lesser than if you do not go.
But yeah, at the end, you will be able to navigate through.
So, like, did you get placed in day one or when did you get placed?
I got placed in day two.
Day two.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any other queries, guys?
Hi Anshul, hi Jay. I have a follow-up to the question that Anshul asked. So you mentioned that you faced quite a bit of rejections during shortlist, and I believe that must have caused like a mental challenge. So during placements, how did you overcome that?
I mean, apart from, working on your, resume and working on your past experience and, other parts of interview, I don't think I had any other option. And also the second reason was like I was very clear about, this role. So I was very focused and like apart from the hard work and the prep and reflecting on, whatever interviews I was going through, I don't think I had any other option. Yeah.
Understood. Thank you.
Ram is asking, being an architect and having worked for 5+ years in this field, what kind of roles can I expect during placement? So, Jen, do you know any architect who was in your
Yeah.
batch?
So, yeah, I have one, senior. like who is very close to me
Uh,
from Core 24. So
okay.
he is from ne- I think there is one National Institute of Architects in Delhi. I don't
Uh,
know the exact name.
uh,
He is a he's graduate from that institute, and he had experience of nearly 4 years in working in AP government. Yeah, and he was able to pivot to PM role. He's working currently in Debre. Yeah,
oh, he pivoted to a PM role.
yeah.
Okay.
So I think if you if you are able to present if you are able to present yourself as per the requirement of the job role, I think you have fair chance to many roles here.
One more thing I wanted to add, Ram, for architects, it's pretty background agnostic. They can go to any field, they can, but they want to, but they need to pivot their entire time at ISB before the placements towards the role that they want to do in the future.
Yeah,
If you want me
definitely.
to elaborate on this, please let me know.
To that point, I think he has worked a lot on his profile. He has won many product case comps, etc.
Yeah.
So definitely you need to work on your profile during ISB.
Yeah. So Ram, see what happens with people from very niche background, na? That for example, if there's a lawyer, there will be no post specifically for someone who had been a lawyer before. And let's just say he wants to get into marketing. So for the for those five, you will only have 6 months at ISP before the placements will start. Less than 6 months, I would say. November placement starts, right? So you need to do a lot of activities which will add those kind of pointers in your resume. Let's just say I want to get into marketing. So I will try to take a marketing based ELP, that is experiential learning program project. I will take as many as do pro bono like projects in marketing. If they are not coming to campus, I will myself approach companies and say that, hey, I'm student of ISB, I want to do a marketing project for you. And I will also try to win marketing case competitions. Participate. If I participate in 10, one or two, I'll definitely win some regional or campus level and all. So you will start getting those pointers in your resume and then you will get a shortlist. And from there, you can try to convert that shortlist. This is true for
Yeah, I
all the
completely
niche
get.
fields. And so what kind of roles can you expect during placement is a very, very wrong thing to ask. You should ask, hey, this is what I want to do. What should I do in the campus to get this role? If you do not know what kind of roles can I expect during placement for a niche field, then you are in deep trouble. You should know it right now because you also need to explain it in SA3. And then you also need to explain it during interview. They will ask you, hey, you're an architect. Why you don't want to do an MBA? How will this MBA help you? Then you need
Yeah,
to justify, hey, this is the role I want to do, which I cannot do without an MBA. And then you need to show them genuine interest in that role. Ram, you
yeah,
can
I
talk more
completely.
about it. It's a very nuanced nuanced thing. Please DM me. If you are in the group, WhatsApp group, uh, join it. I mean, DM me from there. And if you're not, then join in DM. Okay. Arjun is asking, do certifications help compensate for tier 3 college background? I don't think so. During
Yeah.
placement, he's asking during placements, not during.
What sort of certifications like?
Arjun, please mention
I
what kind
mean,
of certification.
in general, I also think it doesn't help much.
Yeah.
Basically, the biggest, I mean, the biggest focus on is on your, past work. So yeah.
Ayushi is asking, I have a fashion background with not much technical expertise. There's a need to learn something specifically beforehand to sustainabilize me. No, no programming is needed. They will send you a lot of pre-read for accounting, finance, and business statistics. Please do it religiously. People do time pass, and people like you suffer there. People like me also suffered. People who are from very different background.
Just to give, I mean, even in my current world, people are from fashion, technology and other, like similar background.
Mhm.
And also people are uh, from music or very niche background who doesn't have any sort of exposure to uh, subjects like stats, etc., which might scare them. But I think for that you will get the pre-read, and even at during the post terms you'll get enough. I mean, the props are really good. So if you put in effort from your side, you will be able to sail through that.
Yeah, you will get enough support from
Yeah,
people. You will get enough
and you
support
get
from
enough
friends also.
support even during during those terms as well from your peers as well
Yeah.
as from. Yeah.
Chirag is asking, how can a person switch from tech background to finance background? First of all, it's going to be very difficult considering hefty competition from CFAs and CS. I don't know anyone who has done this shift. Jen, do you know anyone?
Uh, Even I don't have any example from my cohort as far as I know. And to be honest, like even this year, I don't know whether it was because of the market situation or any other reason. The number of roles for finance was also very less. Yeah.
Hey, but I heard Poojan told me finance roles were very good.
I'm not sure. Like it might my sample size might be not might not be very representative, but what I know or what I have seen.
Vishak, Vishak is asking, can you please share what have you identified as your strength and weaknesses in your essay 1? Vishak, you are again getting it wrong. You do not identify strength and weaknesses. You write your story and then see, because of all these anecdotes, what strength it is pointing to. If you think you need to identify certain strengths and weaknesses to make your essay strong, you are never going to get a shortlist.
Yeah, just to add that, as I mentioned earlier, also like there are basically three overarching questions which you need to answer through your essays. The first was the second was like the second question was about how what kind of person you are, right? And then why ISB, how ISB will help you, and what do you bring to ISB, right? So until unless you reflect on your personal and professional journey, I don't think you'll be able to, showcase that through your essay. So before, jumping to, draft your essay, I think the first step should be,
Pre-work.
to take self introspect and reflect on your entire on your journey and jot down the different examples, instances from your life and like from your personal or professional life.
So I would answer Chirag's and Rakshit question that if someone wants to move to finance, can clearing CFA level 1 help with that? So Rakshit, it will help in a way that you will have something finance in your resume. So that might help in getting a shortlist. But one thing that might help you the most is take as many finance projects as you can from the campus. One, you can do, please listen to me very carefully, everyone. One, you can contact any finance professor and ask if they are doing some research project where you can be a part, where you can contribute in some way so that you can add in your resume. Second, which is the difficult way to win a fintech case competition. There will be a lot of fintech or finance-based case competitions. Participate and win. Try to make friends with someone very strong in finance. Make very good friends with him and make a group and try to win that competition with him or her. Third, take an ELP in finance. Again, you need to make group with someone who has having finance background so that you can, otherwise the company will not select you for the ELP. That is third. Fourth, approach companies on your own saying that you will do some projects for them, uh, finance-based project, fintech-based projects, and maybe do something at Artha, which is the finance conclave. Artha hua tha na is saal bhi?
Yeah.
Do something in Artha. So with all these, you will start seeding your resume with finance-based keywords. That might or might not. That might at least get you some shortlist. Then the onus is on you to convert them. I will give you example of one girl from my batch. She did the opposite shift. She was a CA for 5 years. And she was like, I'm never going to do all this finance and all. I want to move to marketing. This shift is also very, very difficult. It is not as difficult as moving from marketing to finance, but it is equally difficult. But it is still very difficult to move from finance to marketing after 5 years of experience in CA. And she did everything that I just told you. She tried to do everything that one can do in marketing. Her 2 years post MBA was full of struggle. She got a job of sales in Cafe Coffee Day. Imagine doing sales in a Lala company after having a very successful CA career and an MBA from ISP. Many people would not even go to such companies, but she knew what she wanted, and she was very clear. You would be surprised उसको business trip में वो लोग सेकंड एसी का टिकट देते थे ट्रेन का. Okay. Saturdays were working. And she persevered. She had lots of complaints, but she persevered. After 2 years, she got a product marketing role in Razorpay. And today she is at a very, very high post in marketing in Pine Labs. Because Razorpay and Pine Labs are all finance companies. So because of her finance background, combined with her uh, interest in marketing and experience in sales, she got product marketing role. These shifts are not impossible, but you need to be very, 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 very hardworking and very focused towards making this shift. ठीक है? Okay. Vishak, is it clear my answer to your question? I hope you understood the approach that you are trying to take is completely wrong. You do not identify strengths and weaknesses. You identify your story and then see the anecdotes that you have written, which strength and weaknesses it is pointing towards, not the other way around. Okay. Archit has asked, I have another question. Since I'm currently working in a product role at a fintech company, okay, and I am from a tier 3 college, during the ISB placement, do companies differentiate based on undergraduate college or the previous company you have worked with? In my preferred field right now, and my goal is to work in a product role only at some big tech. Archit, if you're working in a good brand name with respect to the company that you're working, then your college would be ignored. Jen,
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah, I think the major focus on your past experience, and if you already have experience in PM, then I think it will be very easier for you.
Yeah, yeah. If you're already doing a PM role, then I think it's a cakewalk. But then
Yeah,
then the challenge would be to answer to an ISB interview already PM.
already
Why you
PM.
want to do an MBA? So
Yeah,
that becomes a challenge again to convince the outcome. Okay, but great questions, guys. I mean, I am loving all the questions. Please keep it coming. Uh, some question I might not be able to answer, Jayant will answer. Some he might not be able to answer, so
yeah.
I'll answer. But please ask questions. Otherwise, there's no point in attending and on a Sunday night, right? Okay. Now, one more thing I wanted to ask Jan. How many people from non-tech background were able to make it to PM role? Many people do that at ISB, and people say ISB is the only school which can help people to make this shift. So,
Yeah, I think every cohort has such examples, like people pivoting from non-tech back work to the PM role. So even in my batch, I think like as far as I know, I think there are 4 to 5 people from non-tech who have successfully pivoted to PM.
and what did they do according to you during the in the campus to make that shift?
One thing is, they are very, they actively participate in the product case competitions. So that is, as you said, for even for other roles, like people who are aspiring to pivot from tech to finance, right? So same thing applies here as well. So if you are not having a background like software development or tech background, you need to do things at ISB, which basically will show your uh, so show your interest in this role, right? So during the shortlist or in your resume, it will highlight that yeah, basically you, even though you don't have the or prior experience in tech roles, you are basically interested and you have put in effort. So that basically helps participating in case competitions or any uh, things related to product. Yeah.
Okay. Rakshit has asked a very good question. Uh, how companies judge someone who had a background in startup with respect to someone worked in a big company or MNC?
I don't think I know, but I think it is. I mean, it's very subjective. We never know how they are, shortlisting the resume, right?
In my
If you have,
opinion, an MNC would prefer someone who has worked in an MNC before, and in a startup would prefer someone who has worked in a startup because they know that this person has already gone through the
yeah,
grind and hustle. So this is what, but again, I'll just give you my example. I worked in a startup which had only 5 people. No one knew the name of the startup. And my shortlists were HUL, PNG, Samsung, AB InBev. I did not have a single startup shortlist.
yeah.
My
So
startups were-
just to add to that, I think shortlist is one thing which is very random,
Yes.
random during the placement. So no one knows what is the thing which will get you shortlisted at any
Yes.
given company.
Please understand it is very, very random. People
Yeah,
might give you a lot of gyan, but
yeah.
all the gyan is in hindsight.
No one knows. Yeah, post facto everyone can analyze, but
Some companies are very clear. For example, Bain only shortlisted people who have already worked in Bain.
yeah,
Many.
this it happens every year. So those
Huh.
kind of things are very clear. Yeah,
Okay, that is one. Then Nestle and L'Oreal were very clear. If you have more than 3 years of work ex, will not take you, will not shortlist you. No matter even if you have worked in the same industry. Some companies are very, very clear on how they are shortlisting, others are not.
yeah.
Manraj, average CTC offered in PM in ISB, are they all APM roles? Does it make sense to do an MBA if you are already earning more than the average package being offered? Manraj, first का answer to Jayant will give, I don't know. But second year, if you're doing MBA only for money, please do not do it. There's much better use of this 45 lakhs. So if you're thinking that it is only to increase your salary, then better not do it. It's not really a good use of money, in my opinion. There are better uses of use of this money. Huh, Jen, what is the average CTC?
Yeah, I think average CTC should be around 30 to 32 for
Okay.
APM or PM. Yeah.
And are all APM roles or PM roles also are coming directly?
So there are people who already have, prior experience as PM or APM or junior PM, right? So
Hmm.
they have got senior PM roles as well.
Okay.
I know few people.
So maybe people like Archit can directly get a PM role because he has already
Yes,
doing.
definitely. Yeah, even one of my friend, he was APM at Misho, so
Hmm.
he got senior PM in ADP.
Oh, okay. Nice. Can a person participate in marketing and finance competition or do they just pick a niche and just participate in it? Chirag, please यार इंग्लिश सुधारो समझ में नहीं आया क्या लिखे हो. Either unmute and ask or rephrase. Ayushi, how are extracurricular verified? They are not verified, Ayushi. You can write whatever they want to. They will ask questions around it to verify in the interview. Do they have to be throughout professional life or professional plus academic? No, they can be from anywhere, including your school time as well, if it is very significant. I'm sure I cannot highlight school. No, you can. I had a candidate. She is Jen's classmate. Her essay 2 was all about her school's achievement, even though she has 3, 4 years of work ex, because her school achievement was so strong.
All right.
Hi, Ayushi.
Hi.
So her school achievement was so strong that I chose to write about her school achievement. I don't know who told you school achievements cannot be highlighted,
So
but yeah.
someone told me
Hey,
that
who is someone? Before you say who is someone,
there is someone in my company who is from ISB.
nine. Please don't
So
listen.
they
No,
told me that if you are doing something currently, you should only
nine.
highlight that.
No,
You
no.
cannot
I
highlight
disagree.
something
I
which you have
strongly
dropped.
disagree. I
Okay.
strongly disagree.
Okay.
My entire ISB essays were about an initiative that I had taken in the second year of my college.
Okay.
And I just gave the example of one girl जिसका ऐसे टू पूरा स्कूल के बेस पे लिखा स्कूल के एक्सपीरियंस स्कूल में Why it was significant? Because it really highlighted her leadership capabilities, because she fought for the post of a head girl. And in her school, they always used to make a guy as the head of the school.
Okay.
So
All
there was
right.
never a head boy. So she was the first head girl, and then she took a lot of initiatives, and I really wanted to highlight it. We had a lot of discussion before it.
Mm-hmm.
Even she said, Kini, I have done so much. Why are we going so earlier in life? And I said, we are
Okay.
going because it is significant.
Okay, got it.
You have to see how significant it is, how strong it will make your essay, and then take a call. There is no such rule. There is no such rule of chronology while talking about your achievements.
Okay,
Okay.
got it.
Okay. Not in
Thank you.
bucket. Huh. What if they are random? They can be random, Ayushi. I had also written about my research experience, which is not really relevant to MBA, but I
Okay.
had written.
I have another question as well. So let's say I have a fashion background
Hmm.
and I have a curricular achievement which is in tech, but that is also an academic. So it can be extra for me, but not for others. So would it be
I
considered
did
or
not understand. What is your extracurricular?
so I developed a software
Huh.
for a for a government project. So not
Huh.
the software, but I assisted since I have the fashion background and they were of tech competency. So that's a big project, India size. It's called India size, and that is extracurricular for me. But for a lot of people, that might be, I mean, an academic achievement as well. So should I highlight it there or
Highlight where?
in extracurriculars,
It
or should
depends.
it be
If it
a,
is really relevant, we can highlight it in SA2 also or SA1 as well.
it's a national level
I think
software
you
thing.
should highlight it in the essays, not in the
All
extracurricular.
right,
Somewhere in
got
the
it.
essays.
But then if I'm asked questions about it, then I'm not really from the software background, so that is my problem.
So that's how it is.
Okay.
Before writing anything, you need to see it from the lens of the interview. That, hey, I'm
Hmm.
writing this. Will I be able to handle any cross questions around it or not?
Great, got it,
Right?
got your point.
And then accordingly write it in that way.
Okay.
Okay. Guys, one
Okay.
more thing. I have posted the link of the WhatsApp group for next year applicants. Please join it if you're not a part. It will help you to get all the notifications. And everyone needs to introduce themselves on DM to me. Then only I'll approve. It is just to ensure that only applicants are joined are in the group. During Jan's batch, the group became 1,000 people and there was a lot of spam. So I'm trying to control the spam this year. Okay. Archit is asking, I am planning to start my own fintech startup. In this case, how will my overall work experience be calculated in my application? So yeah, you can write a founder, write yourself as a founder in your workex. They will ask for some documentation. Once you provide a documentation, it will be added as your total workex, Archit. But yeah, it has to be full time. You cannot have a job and a startup. You can. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It will make your application strong only, but it will not be counted as total years of work if you're doing it parallelly with something. That is, ISB is very strict about it. Any insight on lowest packages being offered? Yeah, Jayant, बताइए थोड़ा.
Oh yeah. I think there, I don't know there is a norm or what, but I think it is around 20 or 21 LPA.
There
So
is a cap
I don't, yeah, there
below
is
which
cap on.
companies cannot pay. During my time, the cap was 13 lakhs because during my time, the average CTC was 25. So cap was at 13. Below 13, you cannot.
Yeah, so I think ISP doesn't allow any company offering lower than that.
Okay. And can niche background pivot to any roles, including consulting? Consulting is the most background agnostic field, Ram. Anyone can pivot to consulting. Finance, I already explained. I hope you listened to me properly. Or are somewhere in a reserve for past acad background and work. See,
Yeah.
consulting is background agnostic for sure. Finance, definitely they will prefer someone who is having previous experience in finance, but you can make your way if you can really do the things that I just told you to do. और दो CTC numbers और net salary. राम यार CTC होगा ना, net salary कैसे होगा? Who reports net salary? They always report CTC. Okay. Vishak, do you have something to ask? You had unmuted yourself.
Hey, Anshu, also coming to one of Rakshit's question about MNC versus startups actually. One thing,
I
one
asked you not to say actually. You have to start learning now.
sorry.
Huh.
So one thing, there is a striking difference between MNCs and startups is that engineers working in startups have end-to-end product knowledge,
I
which
agree.
a great case when they are looking to transition to product management. But
Correct.
for this, most of the engineers do not have the complete end-to-end product knowledge. So does that become a factor when in during the interviews?
That is the reason Vishak Jayant did all the things that he did during his time at ISB before placement. Take part in case competitions, product conclave, so that he can add those experiences in the resume.
And what do you mean by the end-to-end knowledge about the product?
मतलब जनरली स्टार्टअप वाले को पूरा पता होगा कि
Product life cycle,
हाँ पूरा प्रोडक्ट लाइफ साइकिल इंक्लूडिंग हाउ टू मार्केटिंग कैसे चल रही है प्रोडक्ट
BTM, etc. Yeah.
हाँ
Yeah. So what I meant is like an engineer working in MNC will have worked on some part or some component of the entire product, not on the entire product. They also
Yes.
may not understand the complete business justification, how it is getting marketed, what is the value it created, those things actually. So that is what I wanted to ask.
So is it about mentioning those points in your resume or like in general?
Correct.
Are you
Mentioning those points in the resume. So, like, my question is, we are trying to transition into product management with no prior experience in product management, and people working with MNCs may not even know what their entire product might be doing. They might have worked on some small component of the product. So that, when compared against a person who has worked in a startup, that person might have more knowledge on how things are marketed. What is the business justification for that product?
so understood your question? Yeah. So if you are, whatever you are mentioning about your product on your resume, I think you should do, uh, before mentioning it, I think you should be clear about it, and also you should try to talk with your either manager or colleagues to know its business impacts, right? I think that will definitely help you. And even I have done this before
yes
mentioning uh, anything about my product on my resume.
Vishak, we will cover it during our project start call project start now call for in Jayant's time it was called project start early. Jayant had also attended that call where we mentioned what all things to prepare even before you start writing your application.
Yeah.
So we will be covering this topic, don't worry, in detail on what all you need to prepare with respect to the financials of the product that you're working in, and everything that you should know about the work that you do before even writing your application, and definitely before your interview.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Thanks, Anshul.
Problem. This call will be around mid of April. I hope all of you will join. So yeah, anyway, okay. Now, I was also curious about one more thing. I completely forgot about product because I think Jayant is the only one who got a product role from among my mentees. Rest everyone is all consulting, and everyone
Yeah.
mostly got into
Most
consulting,
of them
right?
are in consulting. Yeah.
Everyone got into consulting, like Poojan, Namrata, Ayushi, Munindra. I don't know. None of them look like consulting people to me, but
Anushila,
huh?
Anushila.
Anushila, though I knew she would go into consulting. Anushila, when I talked to her, I knew she'll go to consulting. But other people did not look like consulting people to me, but they all ended up going to consulting. Anyway, uh, just curious, Jayant, what was the highest CTC offer to a product manager? I mean,
Uh,
of course, you will
yeah,
not
yeah.
know in reality, but rumors must be there.
No, no. Like we are. So basically, all the companies, they they post their job on the portal, right? Placement portal.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we are aware of, like everyone is aware of those CTC numbers, whichever company is registering for the placement process, right? I think one of the highest was Salesforce. It was around 53 or 54.
Okay.
And later on, rolling Flipkart also, came for the placement, and it was around 58, including the RSUs.
58.
I think 58 was the highest overall.
Okay. Great. I think we literally sat for 1 hour, and it was a great discussion. I mean, even I got to learn a lot about the PM community and the PM ecosystem. Uh, any parting words of advice to people, Jayant, who are here? They all are applying next year.
As a as far as application, essays and application is concerned, as I said, uh, three things you should definitely keep in mind. The admission committee wants to know what kind of person you are overall, and what do you bring to ISB and the cohort, and how ISB would help you in your, what you aspire for or what you are aspiring. These three things you should keep in mind while drafting or while writing any story in your essay. And during ISB, I think, before coming to ISB, basically you should be in my opinion, you should be very clear with your like short-term or at least short-term goals.
Yeah.
What do you want to know? Where do you want to go, or where do you want to join after your MBA? So that would basically help you, make roadmap for the 1 year. What do you want to, or what are the things which you will do here at ISB? What are the activities which will take part in? So those two things definitely will help you.
Okay. Thanks, Jayant, for your time. It was really useful. I mean, it was useful to me. I don't know about others, but this is how even I learn what is happening lately in
Yeah.
every batch. That is the only way for me to know. So thanks for sharing all your insights. And where are you posted? Bangalore.
I'm posted to Ahmedabad.
Acha, you will be in Ahmedabad. Great.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll meet you there because I visit Ahmedabad very often.
Yeah, sure.
So great. Hopefully I'll see you soon, and good luck for post MBA life, which is not as rosy as it looks.
Yes. Of course.
Okay. But no, it will always, everything is for better. And congratulations once again.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me here, and it was my pleasure talking to all of you. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.